Good afternoon, Geometries period 3 and 4. How are you today? It's Thursday, it's the 21st of May, and guess who finally got a haircut? Yes, that would be me. All right, today I've selected a problem out of Chapter 11, Section 11.7. We're finding the volume and the surface area of right circular cones. So what I did, I went to your section there and I picked problem number 19. Problem number 19. And I'm going to expand upon that a little bit to give you an idea of how this is going to work. In fact, we're going to find the volume and the surface area of problem number 19 on page 646. Page 646 if you'd like to follow along. So here we go. Okay, so once again, chapter 11, 11.7, page 646. This is number 19. So what we start with a right circular cone that has a height of 22, and that base angle is 60 degrees. 60 degrees. Now, in your mind, you should be thinking all of your 30, 60, 90 triangle ratios. You're going to kind of want to know those, all right? So I would like to find the volume and the surface area. Now, the volume of a right circular cone, it's like a pyramid. V is equal to 1/3 the area of the base times the height, or V is equal to 1/3 pi r squared h. Okay? And then the surface area, this is found in 11.7. S is equal to the base, pi r squared, plus pi times the radius times L, where L is the slant height. Okay, L is the slant height. So L is, as I put on the picture, that's L. Okay, that's L. Okay, now I took this triangle, that generates this right circular cone, because basically if you take this triangle and if you rotate it about that height axis, you'll generate that cone. That's why it's called a right circular cone. All right, now I have a 30, 60, 90 triangle. If the height is 22, that means that that leg divided by the square root of 3 is equal to the short leg, and then remember, it's the short leg doubled is equal to the hypotenuse. Okay? So I did a little algebra right there. Took 22 and divided it by the square root of 3, rationalized the denominator by multiplying the top and the bottom by the square root of 3, and r is equal to 22 square root of 3 over 3. And then if you double that, then you get the hypotenuse. Well, 22 times 2 is 44. Square roots of 3 all divided by 3. Okay? All right. So now that I know all of that, I plug that into our formula. And the volume of this is equal to about, again, I rounded the 2 decimal places, 3,716.85 cubic feet. All right? That's the volume. All right, so let's back the bus up here and let's go back and analyze what it is that we did. To find the volume, we need the area of the base and we need the height. Okay? To find the area of the base, we need the radius. To get the radius, we have to solve a triangle. In this case, it's a 30, 60, 90 right triangle. And we know the rules for that, right? Short side doubled is the hypotenuse. Short side times the square root of 3 is the long side. In this case, though, we were given the long side, so we had to divide it by the square root of 3. And then we doubled it to get the hypotenuse. Okay? All right, now the surface area is the base plus the area of the cone itself, and that is pi r L, where L is the slant height, okay? L, in this case, is the hypotenuse of our 30, 60, 90 triangle. So you plug all that in there, and look at that, okay? And you get about 1,170 square feet. It's like 117.02. All right? Now that's how you do this. We're able to do that because we know the rules of a 30, 60, 90 triangle. Now what happens if I take the same problem, only this time, instead of a beautiful 62-degree angle, or a 60-degree angle, I give you a 42-degree angle. Well, you can do exactly the same thing, but now we're going to use our right triangle trig ratios. Okay? So there's the right triangle that you would rotate to get the right circular cone. Again, I left the height at 22. But this time the base angle is 42 degrees. I still need the radius and I still need L. Okay? So tangent, because I have an opposite and I want the adjacent side. Remember, tangent is equal to the opposite over the adjacent. It's the ratio of the opposite side over the adjacent side. So tan 42 is equal to 22 over r. Or r is equal to, after you multiply both sides by r and divided by tan 42, is equal to 24.43 feet. That's your radius. Now to find L being the hypotenuse of this right triangle, I'm going to use sine. Why did I pick sine? Because I have the opposite side of the angle and I want the hypotenuse. Okay, I have the side opposite the angle and I want the hypotenuse. Okay, so sine 42 is equal to 22 over L. L is equal to, after you multiply both sides by L and divide by sine 42, 32.88. Okay, and again, I round. All right, so now you can go through here, you can plug those values in, you actually find the volume, and you can actually find the surface area. Okay? All right, now, your semester test. I would love to take a problem like this, lock the height, and have every one of you have a different base angle, and have you find the volume and the surface area of a cone. So let's say your last name starts with an M, like mine does. So that would be 13. Okay, my L value would be 13. And it might be 40 plus 13. So in my case, see, my angle might be 30 plus 14, or 30 plus 13 would be 43 degrees. Okay? If you're an A, you would be a 1, and you might be at 31 degrees. Okay? And that way everybody would get a different volume and a different surface area. Okay? So that's kind of fun. All right. Okay, so that's kind of your little video for today. That's 11.7. We've got to do 11.8. That's volume and surface area of a sphere. That's the last section we're going to cover, and which is good because we're running out of days. Okay, you've got some check for comprehensions out there that I'm still missing from Chapter 10. Some of you still haven't done the Chapter 10 test. Oh boy, you're getting behind. And I have a few of you that are totally finished, which is fantastic. Now, when I say totally finished, that's with the assigned textbook. That still means you have some check for comprehensions, you still have a semester test, you still have a Chapter 11 event, and I just have yet to post that, all right? Now, I will post your semester test on about probably the 29th of May or the 1st of June, because the semester test schedule says it's supposed to start on the 1st of June. So, and you will have a limited time to get that done. This is going to be one of the very few times where, wow, you have to get it done. Why do you have to get it done? Because they close the grade book. And if you ain't got it in when the grade book closes, I don't have time to grade it, guess what? All right, so I would encourage some of you that are doing quite well to petition for your grades. Some of you, it ain't going to matter. So anyway, I'll leave that one to you. So that's what I got for you today. One more section, 11.8, spheres and surface areas and volume of a sphere. So keep the work coming in. And hey, we're almost done, but don't quit now, all right? All right, May's out.